So there was this other video of another, this one was a guy, and we're going to play it briefly.
You, as a parent, did a terrible job at raising your kids. Because what I go through at my job, it's not acceptable. It's illegal in every single state. I work with kids, from middle school, elementary, whatever, and here's the issue. They're very disrespectful. They don't listen to simple instructions, and they know a lot of things they should never know. Today, I was doing my job. I was sitting down, observing how the class is going, and I look at a student, and I can tell that they're confused. So I politely ask, hey, do you need help? The girl looks back at me. She was like, do you need help? Can I help you? I'm 23 years old. She's in the 7th grade. And God knows how she talks at home. Also, the side conversations that I hear while I'm just sitting there on my laptop doing my work, it's beyond, it's insane. I heard that she was like, when I get a boyfriend, if it's not like 50 Shades of Grey, I don't want it. This is insane.
As you guys can see, this guy, he is with 7th graders. So these are much older kids. Mm-hmm. And so the disrespect, like for how much money in 7th grade, this is middle school, not even high school. So for how much money would me in the 7th grade, jamás, se me cae la cara. Like first of all, in the 7th grade, I was so innocent still. Like you had like little crushes, right? Like, oh, so-and-so likes you, you like him, right? You have a little crush. I do remember that in the 7th grade, but it was still very innocent. Yeah. And the fact that this young lady, 7th grader, spoke back to her professor, the teacher, like, can I help you with that type of attitude? I can't.
Do you feel, first of all, I feel like he's super young, 23 years old. Mm-hmm. Like, do you feel there should be an age gap requirement?
I don't think so. He's 20. He's the teacher. You should respect that person no matter how old and how young.
I know they should respect them. I mean, clearly. I'm like, I'm 23. Aren't like 7th graders? How old is a 7th grader?
12, 13.
Never mind.
Yeah, it doesn't.
I'm thinking like a 7th grader.
Listen, I was in high school.
No, I'm thinking like a 7th grader is like 17 years old. I'm like,
no. I was in high school and I had a teacher who was very young, Miss
Garcia.
Yeah, Evelyn, who I still, keep in contact through the socials and stuff sometimes. And she was like the youngest teacher I've ever had. She was a very young teacher and she was teaching high school. She was so young, she would never disclose her age because people would always have that question. She looked young. Mm-hmm. And she was one of, by the way she carried herself, you could tell she was young too. But that doesn't give the students the right to disrespect that teacher. I would have never had that courage and that, that entitlement to feel like I can talk to my teacher in that way, no matter what grade, not even in college. And that's just sad. I feel like we need to do better. There was another video, like this was the second video I came across, and then another, the algorithm starts giving you the videos. And I didn't realize how much people were complaining about these things. And it just made me very sad. It just made me think like, wow, what is going on? Like, what is going on in the brains of these parents who feel like that is okay? Is it trauma? Is it that they maybe went through something as when they were younger that makes them feel like my child doesn't have to listen to anybody, to any authority? We need to really think about how harmful that mindset can be. Because if that child grows up with that mentality, guess what? You as a parent, when you get older, you also have no authority over that child. And when that child disrespects you and comes to you at your face and talks to you all types of way because they feel like they run the world, you're going to regret everything.
Yeah, because now that 7th grader was that 5-year-old that the other girl was talking about.
Exactly, because they keep growing with that mentality of, I don't need to respect anybody. I do as I please. And everything comes full circle. At this point, that child might be disrespecting the authority inside the school building or wherever you're dropping them off, daycare. But just remember that child will always be your child. And, you know, at some point, you're also going to be dealing with their disrespect because that's what you taught them. You taught them that, you know, everything is fair game. If you enjoyed this video, you can watch the full episode of our podcast here.